The following is sponsored programming brought to you by New Music Live. Get discovered in the music business. This is New Music Live. Your hosts, rapping receptionist Chanel and Rick Davis.
Hello everybody and welcome to New Music Live. My name is Rick Davis.
And I'm Chanel.
And we have Amy Chico here today, and she's going to show a few of you groups how to go from a local band to a buzz band.
And we also have our video pick of the week and our artist showcase, River of Suns.
Think you're ready to be discovered? Go to newmusiclive.tv and sign up today. Qualified candidates will be selected for a live performance in our studio, so sign up today and get noticed.
New Music Live is coming to a city near you. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, Miami, and New York. For more information on how you can join the New Music Live revolution, log on to newmusiclive.tv.
Welcome back to New Music Live.
Check out our hot artist video of the week.
Hey guys, I'm Amber.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Julia.
And we're Everlife. So we are three sisters, apparently. Some people think we don't look alike. Anyway, we grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We've been touring and writing music together and doing all that fun stuff for 13 years now, which is crazy. We feel very old. We started when we were kids, started in Pennsylvania, eventually moved to Nashville, Tennessee, which is where we're at right now, and we've been back and forth to a bunch of different countries and toured, and we've had an amazing run. It's been fun.
Yeah, and the cool thing is we've been independent for the last 4 years, but I've had the opportunity to tour with Miley Cyrus, Jonas Brothers, and the Cheetah Girls because we were at Disney for a while, and then realized that we wanted to take a different route and kind of write what we really wanted to write. And so that's the position that we're in right now, and we're absolutely loving it.
What we've realized is basically being businesswomen, taking on, even though we're just, we're musicians and we're a band, but we are in control of every part of, every aspect of it.
And also as a woman too, like everybody expects you to either take your clothes off and move your hips or whatever to sell more CDs, but honestly, we, all three of us, believe that there's a way to be classy and sexy at the same time.
Being sisters and being in anything together all the time.
We never fight.
No. It's a crazy dynamic. I think we're really, really blessed because we meet so many people on the road that have, like, I would kill my sibling if I was with them as much as you guys.
Even with our relationship, it also spans out to, like, love relationships or boys or whatever happening on the road, and it's so easy to get blinded with a lot of that stuff, and it's like cabin fever.
We made a rule that we weren't allowed to date our band members.
Which we've broken every time.
It just happens.
Yeah. Try to keep them.
I know, Amber's tried, but
Drummers, guitar players. It just
I
happens.
don't understand. Well, our new single is called What's Beautiful, and we're really excited about it because we've been working with Disney for a while, and when we wanted to go independent, which was kind of scary, we were like, okay, well, what are we gonna say? Like, we're on our own. Julia had like come into the room and she was frustrated with the way that she looked that day or whatever, and Amber and I were like, hey, this is something that's relevant to all three of us.
All right, guys, here is our video, What's Beautiful. We hope you love it.
Take a breath, easy now. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Tell me the mirror must be lying. It's not what I wanna see. How can I just be me when I don't recognize myself? Wishing I was something better. I wanna be someone else. Lately I've been fighting with that girl in the mirror who decides what's beautiful. We are all so different, not one is the same. Now it's time that we can all decide what's beautiful. Look at her, so confident, perfection so appealing. She seems so happy, but she's plastic. Is that what I wanna be? I deal with this every Who decides what's beautiful? What's beautiful?
That was awesome. We'll be right back.
Coming up, Amy Trico.
Think you're ready to be discovered? Go to newmusiclive.tv and sign up today. Qualified candidates will be selected for a live performance in our studio, so sign up today and get noticed.
New Music Live is an exciting new platform for the emerging artist. Whether you're looking for a major record deal or ready to do it yourself, for more information on how you can join the New Music Live revolution, log on to newmusiclive.tv.
Hi, welcome back to New Music Live. I'm Chanel and I'm here with Amy Trico, who is a music publicist for MFHPR. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. I want to start off by asking you a couple questions. I'm an emerging artist myself, and what advice would you give to an artist like me where I'm on a TV show and I have a big fan base. I go to a lot of events, like red carpet events, and I don't have a publicist and I cannot afford one. What would you offer, what kind of advice could you offer to someone like me that's looking for a publicist but doesn't really have the money to pay for one at the moment?
Well, hiring a publicist is very expensive, and so you need to do that legwork and develop your own story before you want to invest into someone else who's going to tell your story and bring it to the next level. So on a local level, you can do a lot on your own. It's harder in LA than it is in a lot of other markets, but you can do the research. You can read the bylines of who's covering music that's like what you're doing. And you can call these people yourself and approach them and ask them if you can send a CD, tell them a little bit about your story, invite them out to shows. Because before you spend the money hiring a publicist, you want to make sure that you've had a little bit of groundwork laid yourself.
Well, what can a publicist actually offer an artist?
A publicist will take your story that you've already built, the following you've developed, and build it on to the next level. What we offer primarily is relationships. And we know the writers and we know the bookers and we know who will really appreciate what you're doing in a unique way. We've read every article they've done for the last 5 or 10 years and we know these people personally, so we can bring you to the right ears.
When is it the right time to actually get a publicist?
That really depends on a case-by-case basis. There is no one answer to when is the right time to get a publicist, but I guess the short answer would be when your story has reached that level that you can't tell it yourself anymore.
And do publicists ever look for people that they want to publicize? Like, do they go out looking for the clients, or most of the time is it the clients looking for them?
I think it depends. In some cases, you will have a publicist that will see you at a show and approach you and say, wow, I love what you're doing. I would love to work with you. And that would be great for you as an artist because obviously then you'll probably be able to cut a pretty decent deal. But most of the time, artists will come to us, they'll approach our firm and send us a demo, and if we listen to it and we really respond to it, then we can work with them and we make some sort of an arrangement, and sometimes we'll cut a deal as well.
What's the biggest difference between publicity and promotions? And is all publicity good publicity?
What's the biggest difference? The only thing they have in common is they both start with a P.
Okay.
Promotion gets radio play. They have contacts with all of the DJs around the country and they will get your song played on the radio. Publicity does not do that, and that's a really common misconception that we face all the time. We don't get your songs played on the radio. We do schedule interviews with radio stations, both public and commercial, and with television stations, but we're not going to get spins.
That's actually a really good question. I was wondering, is there a big difference between a music publicist and like an acting publicist? Because I know sometimes I have friends that are actors and stuff, and they're more concerned about having a publicist just to walk them down a red carpet. But I know, like you said, music publicists, they get you interviews with magazines. And is it the same, or is there a big difference?
The basic process is about the same, but again, what you're paying for when you hire a publicist is the contacts. And a music publicist has the contacts with every music writer and music critic around the country, whereas an acting publicist would know more of the film and TV people. So it's really just exactly what you're trying to sell and who they know.
Okay.
How important is the red carpet to any artist, whether it's an actor or a singer or whatever?
Well, it can certainly work to help raise your profile a little bit once you've reached that level that people want to take your picture. But just being on the directory of Wire Image or Getty might not be all that valuable. If you're next to someone who has a higher profile and you have adjacent fame, then your picture can get out there and then you're seen. Every time you see you're seen by another eyeball, that's valuable.
So who you're seen with is very important sometimes.
I think when you're in the very beginning of your career, who you're seen with on the red carpet would be almost the entire value of being on the red carpet. Yeah. Because when you're just by yourself, all you're going to end up is in the Wire Image directory. You're not going to hit Us Weekly with an unknown.
I used to hang out with the Rat Pack in the 60s and it did nothing for me. I'm here.
See, you should have cuddled up to Frank a little bit more.
Just by sitting close to Chanel, I just improved my IMDb score by about 50 points.
You see how that works? Everybody will Google you tomorrow.
I hope so. They weren't going to find anything. I have a really common name.
I actually, this is a good question. I'm already on a TV show, so I have television exposure, and I'm trying to get more exposure as an artist. Do you think that television exposure helps a lot when you're an artist, or can it be detrimental sometimes? It can not be a good thing.
I don't think it can be a bad thing. I think it absolutely helps as an artist. It helps tell your story, and it makes your story unique. When you're trying to craft that story to be able to address media and sell your music in a broader media platform, that's when you really need to say what sets you apart. If there are a million singer-songwriters out there, what makes you different? And being on a TV show is something that makes you different. It makes you special. It tells your story.
Cool.
We have a lot of groups out there that are watching today, and they're looking for answers on how to get free publicity. Could you share with us? What do you think?
Well, all publicity is free. Publicists are expensive.
Okay.
So do the legwork. Read your local papers and find out who the music editor and the music writers are. Read their pieces and figure out who's covering what you do. Then get in touch with them, get to know them. Especially in smaller markets, they can be really receptive and open to artists addressing them directly. And bring them out to your shows, develop that local following with the press the same way you did with your fans.
Is it easier to create a local following in a smaller town?
Absolutely. In New York and LA, you have so much competition for each and every column inch. But in smaller cities like Cleveland or St. Louis, you might be able to really reach out and develop a local fame.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you can parlay that into national attention.
On the television side, we see a lot of local bands are able to get TV time with the local news stations. Is that a great venue that you should reach out to?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that you really can do on your own, and approaching the local media and developing your local following. In most cases, the network affiliates and their morning shows will feature upcoming and emerging artists, and that can be a great source of exposure, and it can be live video television footage that you'll have later when you are pitching Leno and Kimmel and the top tier late night shows.
Everybody needs a reel.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Amy. I think you've answered all of our questions about music publicity today. And if you guys want to check out any web extras, you can go to newmusiclive.tv.
Coming up, on tour with Status Green.
Think you're ready to be discovered? Go to newmusiclive.tv and sign up today. Qualified candidates will be selected for a live performance in our studio, so sign up today and get noticed.
New Music Live is coming to a city near you. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, Miami, and New York. For more information on how you can join the New Music Live revolution, log on to newmusiclive.tv.
Okay, right now we're gonna kick it out to Eris the Speech.
Hey, Chanel and Rick. So today we are in the fist-pumping state of New Jersey with new band Status Green, and you may have seen them in the festival circuit at South by Southwest or CMJ, but today they are headlining this show in this table-flipping state.
What's going on? We're Status Green. What's up, Harrison? Thank you for having us. Well, we got the band name. Actually, my father named the band. It was, he passed away in 2002, so before that happened, we were talking about band names, and I remember him saying Status Green would be a good name, so basically I named the band as a late credit to my dad.
We'd like to thank all you guys for coming out tonight.
We've been together for 5 years. We got together in 2005, and we've been going strong ever since.
We got together when Lou came back from Hawaii. He had a real itch to put a band together, and he used to contract pizzas with this guy. And they all went to high school together, and they knew that this guy was the new professor on the drum set. Very exciting.
We're really excited about the buzz right now. We've been working really hard for a long time, so a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went to this band, so we're definitely happy it's paying off.
So kiss me when you're gone. Pull into Denver at the dawn. Pull into Denver, baby.
Right now we're planning on a 45-city tour in the late fall. Hopefully we're going to get it sponsored by some nice people out there. It's going to be an awesome tour. It's an indie rock, sort of like indie rock traveling festival, and we're honored to be the headlining band. There's going to be some really good bands on it, and yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
Sometimes wasting your time alone. Small crimes planned on the telephone. They say action's quicker than reaction. We'll soon see. Sometimes I swear that you miss me. I've been running circles, stuck. Place your beers and the kids of the old rock and roll. And you see still watch together as they fall in love. Oh, 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 oh. Wow! Don't you know you're listening to what's said now? You've been till you want your own life. Oh. Thank you guys so much. Only Living Boy, thank you guys so much.
I want to say so long. We got some rocking to do right now, so have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Status Green, awesome band. Anyways, I'm Arista with New Music Live. Back to you, Chanel and Rick in the studio.
Coming up next, we have our artist showcase for River of Suns.
Coming up, River of Suns Live.
Think you're ready to be discovered? Go to newmusiclive.tv and sign up today. Qualified candidates will be selected for a live performance in our studio, so sign up today and get noticed.
New Music Live is an exciting new platform for the emerging artist. Whether you're looking for a major record deal or ready to do it yourself, for more information on how you can join the New Music Live revolution, log on to newmusiclive.tv.
From Los Angeles, California.
Please welcome River of Suns.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Asa. I'm Patrick.
I'm Connor.
And we're River of Suns.
Our name, River of Suns, comes from a lyric of one of our songs called Render Me. And what the River of Suns is if you're ever driving past the ocean, which we all do a lot, there's that a path that the sun makes on the ocean out to the horizon, like a shimmering path of light, and that's the River of Suns.
You're in the studio with us today?
Doing our pre-production for our single that's on the TV show called On the Radio. We've been together for about 6 years, Asa and I. Met this guy in 2nd grade. I was arrived here from Australia. My family's Australian. And even though this guy's much bigger and more pumped up than me, I think he always tells me he was scared of me. I had some crazy shaggy Australian do and a little accent.
He got my backpack and took it to the back of class, so that's where we met.
So cute.
So we've been buddies for a long time, and we've been jamming since we were 14 in the garage, playing punk music back in the days. And I don't know, it was just for fun back then, but you know, it's developed into something serious and passionate.
Relationships definitely make a way into music. You know, we're young men in LA, and you know that's kind of what influences our life a little bit.
Relationships with women, like romantic relationships, play as large a part as they do in a lot of people's music. So the song that you're going to hear on the radio has a cool origin because I think I called Asa up the night before we wrote it, and I guess what the song is about, if anybody's wondering, is kind of based on an experience I had, but every song is based on experience and fantasy, and it's about kind of waking up the next morning after like a one-night stand, a love affair, and that feeling that you get. You haven't slept much, and you're on the road, and there's nothing on the radio because there's not much on the radio these days that I like, and you're just not sure what to do with yourself. You're feeling good, you're feeling high, but you're not sure what to do. So that's where that song came about.
We're River of Suns. Enjoy the performance. Check us out on www.riverofsuns.com.
Atmosphere with a little bit of afterglow and a little bit of open road. I'm rolling like thunder's rolling. I'm high, 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 but nothing's on the radio, nowhere left to go. High, 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 nothing's on the radio, nowhere left to go. Hello, 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 the dawn is here. I'm high on the slow bloom after the bedroom swoon, with a little bit of sweet caress and a little bit of loneliness. I'm leaving, I'm full of a feeling, you know. Nothing's on the radio, nowhere left to go. Nothing's on the radio, nowhere left to go. Soul stream erase when you touch the grace of a stranger's life. Nothing's on the radio, and nowhere left to go. With a little bit of afterglow and a little bit of open road, I'm rolling. Just I hope it isn't coping. But nothing's on the radio, nowhere left to go. But nothing's on the radio, nowhere left to go. Nothing's on the radio, and nowhere left to go. I'm high, but nothing's on the radio, nowhere left to go, left to go.
That was awesome. We'll be right back.
Think you're ready to be discovered? Go to newmusiclive.tv and sign up today. Qualified candidates will be selected for a live performance in our studio, so sign up today and get noticed.
New Music Live is coming to a city near you. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, Miami, and New York. For more information on how you can join the New Music Live revolution, log on to newmusiclive.tv.
For web extras on River of Suns, log on to newmusiclive.tv.
The preceding programming was sponsored by New Music Live.